Yeah, Guapo, ha, Guapo, huh, Guapo, MoBlock, Guapo, Guapo, Guap, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, talk shit, get your head popped, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, talk shit, get your head popped, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, talk shit, get your head popped. MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block, MoBlock or no block.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Liam here, with another edition of the MoBlock Power Ratings. What's interesting is this week we had tons of changes to the overall record standings compared to last week. However, after crunching my numbers and running through the same advanced processes that we do for the AP College Football rankings, I was a bit shocked to see minimal change. We do have some very interesting movement in the bottom half of this week's rankings, so let's hop right in. Coming in at number 12, down one spot from last week, and our new number 1 contender to wear the cheerleader costume, we have Cristiano Garcia. As we approach Halloween on Friday to finally close out the month, this might be the best thing possible, because I can imagine this has to have been the spookiest month ever for you, in fantasy. Brian Thomas is no good, Coleman can't play, Hawkinson doesn't see the rock anymore, and Daniels has been hurt. I'm a little shocked to see you down here, but when I zoom out and look at what went wrong, I can see how you ended up here. It is possible to climb out, but a lot of things have to happen. Daniels and Benson have to come up strong when they return, and Adams, Woody Marks, and Egbuka are going to be your new pillars. You can't rely on Brian Thomas and Ginty anymore. Also, you have to win against Mencho this week. This is a playoff game for you. Coming in at number 11, up one spot from last week, we have Mencho. 3 wins later, and you are finally out of the basement. I think the biggest win for you this week is the fact that due to Scadabo's injury, Tyrone Tracy becomes a must-start every week from here on out, and you can finally remove Travion Henderson from your lineup. Now, I don't want to rain on the parade, but you have to keep that same desperation and hunger that you did when you were 0-5. Don't think that you made it anywhere just yet. You're playing a team this week that is a lot more desperate, so stay the course, because I think the horses are there for you to continue your run. Remaining at number 10, we have Juan. A very uninspiring win for you this past week as you cruised by Garcia's beaten-up squad. Action Jackson should finally be back and ready to roll, so that'll give your team a shot in the ass, but I think you need more. The receiving core you're fielding is almost as poor as Zay's receivers. Metcalf's baseline statistics aren't bad, but his advanced metrics are pretty horrendous. Then with Ridley hurt as well, you're relying on Kendrick Bourne once again, and that's just not viable either. Pacheco picking up another injury doesn't help either, as it forces you to start Jordan Mason, who becomes borderline irrelevant with Aaron Jones back in the fold. Coming in at number 9, down one spot from last week, we have Zay. I don't know if you understand how ridiculous it is that I have to put you here when you have Jonathan Taylor, CMC, and James Cook all on your team. Come Week 15. I'm going to research the percentage a team has to make the playoffs with just 2 of those 3 on your team. I'd imagine it has to be 90% plus. How bad do your receivers have to be? It's honestly astonishing. If you're not going to trade one of those backs away, don't be surprised when the W's don't come. There's no way you should be 3-5. Coming in at number 8, up one spot from last week, we have Roland. It must have felt good to finally get that horrific taste out of your mouth after those past 2 ugly weeks. Now with Puka finally back in the fold, you pair him with Pittman and Waddle. You have some firepower at receiver. But your running backs are not looking good. Kamara hasn't scored a touchdown since week 1, and Pollard is now in a split with Spears. JCM is a good player, but when the game script is negative, he's a non-factor. Since Zay is being stubborn, give him a call sometime and see if you can get one of those top backs. You might have to send Waddle or Pittman away, but Kamara and Pollard are entering the danger zone. Coming in at number 7, down 2 spots from last week, we have Dashone. I'll give you a slight pass because you were a victim of the bipocalypse, and your boy AJ Brown being hurt doesn't help matters. But the fact that the second team couldn't get you to 100 points tells me you have some depth issues. When breaking down your losses, usually it's when you have to start the guys like Algiers, Mooney, and Calvin Austin. Fantasy is a war of attrition. Those reserve players that you probably bat an eye at and think they're irrelevant will become very relevant once December hits. I would work the phones on trying to do some bench swaps. Coming in at number 6, down 2 spots from last week, we have Markel. Not a bad performance at all last week, but I have to drop you slightly at 3 to 5. I've been pretty consistent all along when it comes to breaking down and ranking your team because you've been very consistent on your end. I'm a huge fan of consistency. It's very hard to be consistent in a game this volatile. One concern for me is you have so many guys with these knick-knack injuries. When the season wears along, these guys aren't going to recover from those injuries. They are only going to get worse. So when it comes to Diggs, Debo, Chuba, and Jacobs, I'd keep my eyes on those guys because I think it's going to affect their performance. Coming in at number 5, up 2 spots from last week, we have Emmett aka Showtime. Easily your finest week of the season as you took down the league's biggest trash talker. I'm seeing the pieces on your team really start to come together. Gadsden looks to be the next big thing and he solves your ongoing tight end issue. Pause. I like your receivers with Flowers, Shakir, Nico, and Travis Hunter starting to become unlocked. And Chase Brown finally ramping up is a boost. Also have to give you props for making a bold lineup decision to play RJ Harvey, who was only started in under 10% of leagues across the world. That won you your game. Now, are we going to see this Showtime going forward, or are we going to see the version that is getting in his own way and not making the right calls? You got the horses, now can you guide them to the finish line? Coming in at number 4, up 2 spots from last week, we have Raquan. Even though you didn't come up with the dub, I thought you did everything right. Vontae has to be livid after seeing his boy Troy Franklin go off for 26 points last week after he didn't do anything close to that for him. Picking up Jalen Noel was a great move, as well as he might be the Tank Dell replacement. The commissioner simply had a day on Sunday. Now do us all a favor and spare us the victim mentality with all this Inspire bullshit. Nobody wants to hear that and it sounds weak. You have championship potential with this team, which is why I'm moving you up despite the loss. Stay on the straight and narrow and look to be that wrecking ball. You have that potential. I'm hard on you because, honestly, you know what? Forget it. Remaining at number 3, we have Vontae. As much as I might not like the outlook of your team, the numbers don't lie. When you drop 150, you deserve a top slot. I think a doctor should be your next pickup off the waiver wire, if there is one out there. Barkley is getting beat up, and while the bye will help a little, I don't think he'll be 100%, and then add Swift to that equation, it's like, who the hell are you going to start? Cooper Kupp? Christian Watson? I don't think they're viable. I don't think you're going to stay here the rest of the way, honest to God. Remaining at number 2, we have Jamar. Congratulations on a big win over that ugly motherfucker. But man, I don't know if it makes up for the horrible incident that happened on Sunday. I'm not your girlfriend, but I wanted to hug you and pour one out for you. Seeing what happened to Scoutabo, I know that had to make you shed a lot of tears. You definitely caught everyone sleeping there and picked a league winner, so this is truly unfortunate. Now what makes this worse is, who the fuck are your starting running backs? I don't see anybody on roster that plans on being the guy, so I might start working the phones because you have some trade pieces. Maybe see if Zay's phone still works. And remaining at number 1, we have this ugly motherfucker Pepe. I'm getting sick of saying that, but you know I'm getting paid extra for that. Anyway, you're still holding the throne, but for how much longer? Even though you have the great Rashee Rice solving all of your problems, I don't think he's a doctor, which is what you need most right now. Having to start Matthew Golden killed you last week, and when you're looking around at other non-injured options, it's looking pretty grim. I think you'll be okay in December, but these next couple weeks are going to be tough and I can see you dropping some games. The only question I truly don't know is, how good are you when adversity hits? Do you rise or crumble? There you have it, guys. I am looking forward to seeing how everything plays out, and I will be back on November 6th with another edition of the MoBlock Power Ratings. Good luck, everyone.